glasses is dirty. Yes, I'm back now and I'm going to talk a whole bunch because I have a book review to do. Hey guys, what's up? What's poppin'? What's Gucci? It's your girl, Cam. I'm coming to you live from the window lighting, okay? Okay. One of my big resolutions for the new year, which I usually don't really do resolutions too much, but this year I was like, you know what, there's a lot of stuff that's happened over the past year. Like, I kind of want to just give myself a really good list of resolutions. I kind of want to figure out what it is that I want from this new year. For some reason, I thought this year was going to be amazing because I was like, yo, it's 2020 vision, fresh new decade, everything, all the karmic ties that could have been following you in the course of the 10 years could easily be broken because there's so much energy going into another decade. So it's breaking all those karmic ties and just starting fresh. And that was what I was really, really excited to do. And of course, the new year hasn't been amazing. Insert Cardi B coronavirus clip. And you know, I was always a big bookworm as a kid, and I loved all my English classes. That's why I became an English major. I was always reading. Me and my mom would always read. Reading was a big way of escaping for me. I loved to read and write, and that was something that was really, really, really important to me. But I found that I wasn't reading for pleasure nearly as much. Just taking some time out of my day to just read came with just not really wanting to read anymore and not having the discipline, I think, to read. One thing that the Good Girl movement was missing was a book club. So we wanted to create a group that was going to help uplift girls and keep them interested in reading and also give them that accountability factor. If you guys aren't familiar with the Good Girl movement, it is an amazing organization that I've been working with since 2017. It originally started out as a blog. I was an editor. Good Girl movement started this book club in January. Each month is a different theme, and this was our book of the month for February, and we wanted to choose a book that was about Blackness and love and Black women and love, and we wanted it to be a Black author, so we chose this book. Here's a list of things that we kind of gathered from this book. I wanted to make this like a book discussion kind of thing too, so I'll try to do that, but really I'm just going to go through everything that I feel like this book is going to teach you and everything you need to know if you want to read this book. So if you guys are interested in watching this video, then definitely stay tuned because I'm here, I'm ready, I'm here to chat it up with y'all, so okay.
I fall in love too easily.
All about love. The first thing that I want to tell you guys is be ready for self-reflection. Sit down, digest this book. It's a book that takes time to go through. Each chapter is really another turning point in your life, and you have to apply it to your life. And it's not a self-help book, but it's definitely a storytelling book, and it's a storytelling book that pulls you into yourself and makes you like really realize, you know, some things about yourself that maybe you were pushing away for so long. So I definitely recommend it for like this quarantine time if you're really trying to get to understand yourself, but you don't necessarily want things to point directly at you. I think that if you can listen to someone else's story and listen to someone else's reasoning behind things, you're reading a book that's teaching you about how to listen, how to like reading comprehension 101, but how to listen and really like take in that information because it's not your story, but you might resonate with it. It's also like teaching you empathy because there are things that are going to empathize with you because those are things that you connect with. A good way to train your brain, I think, to trust your intuition. And Bell Hooks is such an amazing and prominent writer, so it really just helped me realize that this is another Black woman just like me, and she's experiencing and she has experienced these emotions, and this is how she felt it, and this is how she wants us to cope with it, and this is what the advice that she has for us. So it's really helpful when I think of it like that. One of the things that this book really highlights, especially in the first chapter, it's the fact that we don't really see love in our daily lives. Honestly, it's something to value and treasure because a lot of us don't know the difference between love and what isn't love. Her argument is that we define love by what it's not and not by what it is, because we don't really have a unifying 100% everyone knows that this is what love is definition of love. Ask 5 different people and they'll tell you maybe along the same lines, but they'll have something different to say about love and what it is, and something that no one has an answer to. So instead of defining it by like what it is, we say like, oh, love is not. But what is love actually? This book really takes you back to your childhood. When we're young, You know, we learn what love is because, you know, how do I know that you love me? Because I put a roof over your head. I feed you. I take care of you. It embodies some of the aspects of caring, but it's not caring in and of itself. So the will to extend oneself for the purpose of nurturing one's own or another's spiritual growth. If you're willing to extend yourself to another person to help with their process, to help with their journey, to help them find themselves, I think that's what love is. Having your own definition of love and what it is and what it means to you based on your values, based on your perspectives is really, really important. No one's gonna have the same definition of love. Like I said, it takes you back to your childhood. It gives you a working definition of what love is. It tells you why the world is the way it is, basically because of the lack of love, and how everyone has different definitions of love or different definitions of what love is. So it's really like complicated sometimes. It is. It's not easy. It's a really good book to help moderate your life. Read it throughout different points of your life. Read it right now, especially if you're trying to get over someone, if you're trying to move past a certain trauma. Use it as a tool to have discussions with yourself. Use it as something that can spark really great, engaging conversations with yourself. Things that I love the most, the things that I interact with the most, the people that I even interact with the most are the people or the things that have really engaged with my mind in a way that I can't even express. It's just really touching to have something I think that like really resonates with your story. That's why if I find a song that has all the right words, it's hitting right, the song is like really resonating with my entire spirit, that's great. Now, here's my 2 cents about this book. And this is the nitpicky English major in me. There were so many mistakes in this book, it made it really difficult for me to read. And it was already a difficult book to read anyway because it'll put you in different reflective moods. And then for me, messing up a word gets me like so mad, and I don't know why it bugged me so much, but I just couldn't cohesively go through the book. But you know what, that might be a really good tactic to continue to show love through the mistakes, because we're just human and no one's perfect. But I think that they didn't do that on purpose. So it's a really healing chapter. It's the very, very last chapter, and I had to go through all of these different opening experiences to get to this last chapter. And I think it's really telling of the structure of the book, because it's taking you through your childhood, and it's taking you through your life now, and it's taking you through the millennial age, and then it's taking you to a point of healing, because it knows that it's opening up wounds in you that you might have had closed since your childhood. And then it's taking you to a chapter where it's saying, but wait, love is redemptive. So if you've gone through this whole book basically and you haven't learned anything about love, know that at the end of the day, love is redemptive, and it forgives, and it doesn't hold on to grudges. It's not spiteful, it's not petty, it's redemptive. And redemptive love is some of the best love that you can have. And I think it's some of the love that we're really searching for. I think this categorizes love as well. And it shows you that love is redemptive. So this is chapter 12, Healing Redemptive Love. And the chapter, or the quote that comes before the excerpt: "We have been brought into the inner wine cellar and sealed with his seal, which is to suffer out of love. The ardor of this love greatly outweighs any suffering we may undergo, for suffering comes to an end, but love is forever." Tessa Bilecki. I'm gonna read y'all a little excerpt, okay? But let's go repeat. Nerdy. Love heals. When we are wounded in the place where we would know love, it is difficult to imagine that love really has the power to change everything. No matter what has happened in our past, when we open our hearts to love, we can live as if born again, not forgetting the past, but seeing it in a new way, letting it live inside us in a new way. Go forward with the fresh insight that the past can no longer hurt us. Or if our past was one in which we were loved, we know that no matter the occasional presence of suffering in our lives, we will return always to be remembered, calm, and at peace. I think that this is really telling about what love is. There's a certain vulnerability that comes with loving, and it comes with opening yourself and letting yourself be seen to other people, to the world, to whatever. Don't operate from fear, just operate from love. This book taught me that. If you're interested at all ever in joining the book club, go ahead and leave comments in the description box below. Go ahead and let me know. I'm definitely like open to having y'all come into the book club and join us. Come join. If you guys want to read some books, like let's get into it. Again, guys, I really appreciate you guys for joining into this video and checking it out. And like, comment, and subscribe. Share this video with all your girls and your homies and your peeps and your shorties and all that. And yeah, I'll see you guys next time.